So when I talk to a lot of clients, whether they're dealing with depression, whether it is PTSD or not, whether it's something else going on, and they just feel beat down all the time, right? That's the unofficial term for depression. I feel like I just feel beat, can't get out of bed, can't get motivation, I'm sad all the time. There's some clinical things that go into the diagnosis of depression, but this is one most people kind of think about, beat down, right? Whether it's that, whether it does rise to the level of PTSD or acute stress syndrome or whatever we're going to call it, whatever's really going on with people. One of the things that I've noticed over the years of working with clients, and even in myself during some of those dark early years, is that it just feels like you have nothing but losses. Loss after loss after loss after loss. And yes, a loved one or a family member or a friend or even our own logic sometimes will come up with the realization that, no, I've had some wins. I'm in a safe house. My bills are paid, even though I don't have any extra money or my bills aren't paid. But right now I have some backup. I have a decent car to drive. I have a job that anybody would like, but I hate, right? I have kids that I love and I want to be here for. There are things that you can come up with that feel like maybe it isn't all in the toilet. But that's not going to be your solution. It's a nice Band-Aid. I understand why our families and friends do it, but it's not a solution. There are a couple solutions. One I talk about regularly is one-on-one therapy with a knowledgeable, well-educated, and experienced psychotherapist that not only knows what they're doing, but continues to grow in their craft and wants to get better. Because trust me, there are plenty that just learn some stuff in school and regurgitate that stuff for the next 30 years of their career. There's some great ones. There's some crappy ones. It's like every profession, folks. But instead of just doing that, and of course there's going to be some relief, maybe faster, maybe more permanent if you're working with a good therapist that knows what they're doing, especially when it comes to the area of PTSD. That's a tough one to crack sometimes. But there are some things that you can do to get yourself started in the right path. Yes, making that phone call, making an appointment. Listen, sometimes my online program gets booked pretty quickly for people. Sometimes in my traditional office, it takes a few weeks. That's the nature of business, right? I used to absolutely despise that it would take more than a couple days to get people in because I know they were hurting when they called, because us type A people don't like to call until we're really hurting. We don't go in for many checkups, right? But it's appeased a little bit by one, making that phone call and getting started and getting some help. I know does help that pre-therapy work, understanding that it's coming. You can hang on to it. And I made an appointment with a specialist doctor the other day, and he had to book me 6 months out. So past that rant, one, yes, professional help. Absolutely help get started on that if you need it. Two, start getting some wins in your life. Whether you feel like everything is negative, whether it's because of trauma that's happened in your life, whether it was of your own doing, let's be honest, the fails that you keep happening, that you probably blame on other people, because that's what we tend to do, but your willingness to admit your own failures and the things that happened to you in the past, and you're down. Your brain recognizes wins and losses. It recognizes it not in the way that you think it does. It recognizes it in dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, adrenaline. It recognizes it in the chemicals that we get when things are good and bad, when things are dangerous or safe, right? I've made plenty of other videos. I'll continue to make videos of the importance of the neurological part of trauma, the neurological part of dealing with stress and depression. It's one of my absolute passions. It taught me so much about doing therapy that I absolutely had to learn it, and it made me so much better at my craft. But you can start getting some wins, however small, however few between, until you can grow them, because your brain will recognize that. Now, win does not mean, oh, look, an unexpected check came in that I forgot about. That's cool. That's cool. That's never happened to me. Surprise money. But that's cool. That's going to help with your financial stress. But what if you get up and go to the gym? Or do 100 burpees in your living room? Or stop eating like shit all the time? Drink some damn water instead of beer and Coke. I'm not a fitness guru. I do like being big and strong. I do like working out. I am into bodybuilding. That's my thing. I don't think everybody has to do that. I will tell you that it helps keep me sane. It gets me daily wins, even though I'm not in a bad place right now. And I'm not talking about the every physical coach and business coach and life coach right now that tells you, get up at 4 a.m., work out, do 22.22 and 1/2 minutes in an ice bath, then do 27.78 minutes in a heat sauna, and then eat 21 grams of fat. Come on, man. Like, trust me, I understand there's science behind a lot of growth and leaning out and getting strong. I do it all the time. There is science to the food. There is science to how to restore your body. I'm not knocking the things that they're suggesting. But have you ever noticed, and this is the downside of getting the wins, have you ever noticed that that's all they can offer you sometimes? Man, just have gratitude and just get in the ice bath. Two great things. Absolutely. Sauna. Getting connected to the earth, walking around outside, absolutely good. Yes, not knocking it. But if that's all they have to offer, it's only step one of a multiple step system that you need in order to get yourself actually better. But it's a hell of a start. It's a hell of a start to you feeling like you can't get out of bed. It's a hell of a start to just getting a freaking win under your belt. I live about 30 minutes from my office. That's vague enough. I don't mind saying that. You know, I'm an operational security guy. I live about 30 minutes from my office, and yes, it gets annoying on the way home sometimes. But what I get to do is reflect, make some videos perhaps, talk myself through some ideas that I can give you, get my head in the game to go do therapy, because you sit down tired at 9 o'clock in the morning and get hit with trauma. It's not simple. So on that 30-minute drive, there's a certain railroad track that I cross. I have to slow down for it, so it's always, it's always obvious. It's not like the regular stop sign you pass by. I have to slow down for this train track out in the county. And I've noticed over the last, 10 years of making that drive to my office, if I worked out that morning when I crossed that tracks, I think, it's a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm awake. I've done a lot. I feel good. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. Yes, things are gonna be hard. If I crossed that railroad track and I slept in, and I'm not talking about rest days, I'm talking about the day that you rolled over and then made an excuse of why you can't go. I don't have my gym clothes laid out. I'm 30 minutes late now. I'd have to squeeze in way too fast of a workout. Well, I didn't eat good last night. All the crap that you know that we do. I've done it. That day, when I crossed the railroad tracks, I feel like shit. I feel like my day's starting out crappy. I feel like I need 3 times the caffeine. And most importantly, I feel like I'm failing the day already. Get some wins. Stack some wins. It's not the only fix, but it's a damn good start. Your brain knows the difference between wins and losses. Your brain may not understand what those are or where they're coming from. But if all you have is losses, it is time to get out of fucking bed and get some wins. Get off your couch, leave the office once in a while, do something other than sit there, finish the dishes, do the things that you said you do for the people you said you do them for at the time you said you'd do it. Stack some damn wins. Watch how you change. Watch how you change. Your brain knows the difference.